So Will, you're staying with High Tech for another year, stepping up from British F4 to GB3, and how are you finding the step up so far with the new car and some new tracks later this year that I suppose you haven't driven at?
Yeah, it's something quite different. Obviously the new tracks are broad. I've never driven that before, and we'll only drive the first time at the race weekend, so we'll see how we go then. But you know, it's been pretty good so far. You know, testing have looked strong. It's definitely a lot closer now, the GB3 Championship, so you know, we'll see. We'll just have to wait and see how it goes.
And we've had 2 sessions of practice today, and I see your suit's a bit muddy there, and the car's a bit muddy as well over there. What happened out there?
Yeah, just had a little off, pushing the limits. You know, got to be so on the limit in these cars and pretty much get a perfect lap together to be at the front. So, you know, just pushing for every little hundredth of lap times, and yeah, just had a little off. But you know, it's what it is. Testing's for, isn't it?
And you're racing against Louis Sharp again this year. Of course, you battled him for the F4 Championship last year. How much are you looking forward to battling him again for another year?
Yeah, I think it's going to be exciting. I think obviously raced against him in British F4, but I think the difference this year is going to be more than just me versus him for the championship. So yeah, it's going to be an interesting battle, but also you've got the likes of Elite Motorsport and JHR that are going to be 100% up the front this year. So I think we've got it's not just him I've got to focus on beating, it's the whole grid.
And how are you finding the new car with a lot more power and more downforce as well?
Yeah, it's fun. I mean, a lot more power, a lot more downforce, which is the main big thing. Aero and downforce is massive compared to F4. So you know, it's something you've got to get used to, and I've got to adapt as quickly as possible to.
And what have been the main challenges with adapting to the new car?
I think just like I said, the downforce and the aero. So through the high speed corners, it's quite interesting, and then low speed, it handles quite weirdly as well. It's just something that's I've got to get used to and try and adapt as quick as possible.
What's strange with the low speed? Is it with the diff or something else with the car?
I think it's just how the car's set up and the way it's made. To be honest, I think. I don't think the diff's got so much to do with it, because obviously, it's just a weird experience in the car. It's quite heavy as well on the steering, so it's just a really different feeling to what it was in British F4, where it was all super light on the steering. Yeah, it's just a weird feeling when you get a snap of oversteer or whatever. So.
And what's it been like having such strong teammates at High Tech? How much you've been able to learn from Timek and Gerard?
Yeah, I think it's been alright. I mean, mostly since the start of testing, I've been at the front in the team, so you know, it's sort of the other way around, to be honest. But yeah, it's quite good having them all quite close. You know, I think last year I had even stronger teammates as well with Jimmy and Jimmy, Zeke, and Kanato Lee. They just weren't really consistent enough in the championship, but overall in testing so far, it's been quite close between us three, and it was pretty similar last year. So you know, it's another one where we're all learning from each other and trying to do the best. But yeah.
And I suppose at the end of pre-season now, how are you feeling going into qualifying and the races beyond that?
Yeah, I feel confident. You know, it's going to be a fun experience. This in the GB3, it's going to be one of them where one track you're going to be quick at and one track you're not going to be quick at, and it's got to be something I've got to learn from and move towards the next round. So yeah, I'm pretty confident. You know, I've just got to maximise the points I can from each weekend to weekend. So yeah, as long as I do my job all right and don't do any silly mistakes, I'll be all okay.
And one final question for me: what would be a good result for you this weekend? What are you expecting?
I think just a top 5. That's what I'm looking for. A good amount of points on the board, and yeah.
Thanks so much. Great to see you again.